Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video is about a classic Japanese radio from the 60s, uh, which I have found recently down flea market. Um, it can support AC current but also DC batteries, has a power selector which way to use it. And what really caught my eye the other day was that the scale for medium wave and short wave bands are depicted as KC and MC instead of kilohertz or megahertz. So I read about somewhere about it that uh, it's kilocycles and megacycles. This is very interesting because it's the first time I have a radio with a panel uh, to show the frequencies and kilocycles and megacycles. The antenna is broken as usual. I have to fix it. The leather case is impressive. It's in pretty good condition. Not. I really don't know if this works. We'll try this together. The leather case is covering all the radio, but it doesn't. The radio doesn't have a plastic case, so the leather case is all you have. Everything is in here, and it's pretty luxurious and pretty impressive. The clips are intact. Of course, it was made in Japan. I read about these types, series, and models that should be something around 1963 to 1964 or something. It's 8 transistors um, around the circuitry here, and it can, of course, listen to 3 bands. And what was it back then? It was medium wave, in other words, AM, and of course shortwave 1 and shortwave 2 bands. Here is the battery compartment, and next to it, nicely put, is the cable to get 220 volts from the mains. So this paper uh, is what we have to remove in order to get under the hood and look at the circuitry, typical Japanese from the 60s. Cable here, big rod antenna, huge I would say rod antenna, a big tuning capacitor here, the variable capacitor, and here is the switch, 3 position switch for choosing the band you would like to hear, and underneath that the volume and on off knob. Simple huge audio transformers here, and this little daughter board caught my eye. Here is a board over the board, like this little one, I call it daughter board, and it holds the IF transformers. um, Great speaker, 8 ohm, of course, over the transformer to get 9 volts out of 220 from the mains. And that is all. Very clean, very nice, very well restored. And I don't know if somebody has actually restored it or has seen limited use. So I'm going to take okay, the cable is the US type, but we are lucky. The cable is US type, but it needs 220. So all I need now is to find a converter to turn this to European 220 plug and plug it and start the test. Um, it's 220. I would say if it was designed for the American markets back in the 60s, it would be 110 or what. I'm not sure. Anyhow, 220 is good for me because since we're in Europe and we can put the converter and plug it in and start testing, playing around the available bands, listen to whatever one can find to listen something to, at least to make sure that this works. And later on I will try to concentrate on the antenna thing, and I'll try to find the exactly the same size and height somewhere. But for now, let's try to put this device under power.
So I guess what we need at this point is to put this converter on for the power cord to turn it to European, and let's try this radio. Okay. Let's try medium wave. We have something unknown. I don't know what it is. Let's go further down the scale. Apparently we need a bigger antenna because its antenna was broken since day one that I found it and bought it. But I need to replace the antenna at some point, but at least we have something. We have medium wave search something. Signal here, a signal there. Cannot understand what it is. And nothing else on the medium wave scale. Let's try the short wave. Don't have high hopes because there is no antenna. And I can hear a distinct sound. We are searching over short waves now. Short wave 1. It's been short wave 2. I think it's very difficult. Oops. To get something like a real radio station from far away, because we don't have the antenna, or we don't have, furthermore, we don't have the external antenna, so I have to replace the built-in one, and I need to search the schematics. How can I get a wire, a long wire out on the balcony so that it could work as an external antenna? Nothing on shortwave. Let's go back to medium wave again. What is interesting is the megacycles and the kilocycles. That was impressive, the indicator. The scale. Again, it was made to show, to indicate kilocycles and megacycles. Kilocycles for medium wave, megacycles for shortwave signals and frequencies. What was interesting also is that Hertz, like megahertz and kilohertz, introduced for frequency and commercial panels on radios, commercial electronics receivers back in when? I don't know. Maybe it was that far back in time, or it was recently. I don't know, but it's the first time that I see kilocycles and megacycles on a panel, on a radio panel like this. So what am I looking for? I don't know. Nothing can be received. At this stage I need a bigger antenna. I need to fix this broken antenna. I need to put a big one, and at least we know there is something on medium wave. I think these radios can be very useful when disaster strikes someday in the future. Crossing fingers not to, but this kind of radios, shortwaves especially, can be a lifesaver.
So I guess I can call it a wrap for the day. That was all for today's video. A quick video over a Japanese radio, analog radio technology from the 60s. Things that never die or refuse to die over time. I'll be catching you soon with another video. Retro gaming, retro devices, modifications or reviews and demos. If you have any more information on this particular item or a similar device or model close to this, just let me know. Put your comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and let me know what you think about retro videos and all the things that I do. Thanks, bye.